Okay, hi guys, welcome to this week's vlog. This is Jay from the future, and I'm telling you right now, y'all almost did not get a vlog this week because my camera, I lost it. I was at Sam's, I put it in the basket, left it in the basket, did not think about it until the next morning. And I just knew that I was an absolute goner. So the next clip you're about to see, everybody say thank you to this nice man that found my vlog camera and vlogged his day at Sam's. Everybody say thank you.
Yo, chat.
I want you to stay till I'm in the grave. Till I run away, dead and buried. Till I'm in the casket you carry. Before I'm going to, 'cause it was always you. Oh, and if I'm turning blue, please don't save me. Nothing left to lose without my baby. Birds of a feather, we should stick together. I know I said I'd never think I wasn't better alone. Can't change the weather, might not be forever, but if it's forever, it's even better. And I don't know what I'm crying for. I don't think I could love you more. It might not be long, but baby, I'll love you till the day that I die. Till the day that I die. Till the light hits my eyes. Till the day that I die. I want you to see how you look to me. You wouldn't believe if I told you. You would keep the compliment I throw you, but you're so foolish. Tell me it's a bit. No, say you don't see it, your mind polluted. Say you wanna quit, don't be stupid. And I don't know what I'm crying for. I don't think I could love you more. It might not be love, but baby, I don't wanna say goodbye. We should still get it up. So that I can till the day I die. It's forever, it's something about your hands on my body. Feels better than any man I ever been. Something about the way you just give me. Kinda don't, 'cause I can't forget. You got a feel and a soul that I need in my life. Yeah, yeah. Oh. So we may grow, I don't know why we don't go far. But I'm with you, and I hate that. I need you, you know how to. When I need you so good, I hate you so good.
Justin's mom came. She came yesterday, and for whatever reason, I thought that yesterday was Friday instead of Saturday, and so I booked for her to have a hotel for 2 days instead of just one night. Anyway, whatever. So yeah, last night we went out to eat at Jim and Nick's. Justin and her watched football for most of the day. I slept for a little bit. Then we got up this morning, went to Waffle House, went to the hair store, and then they watched more football, and I slept some more. Justin, you want to talk about how that was fun? Yay.
Yeah, ended up watching the Auburn game. I was a cluster
You was.
and a half. And then I think, yeah, well,
He's a man of few words.
Yes.
I didn't vlog any of it because his mom doesn't like being on social media, so that's why I'm kind of like recapping and not showing off what happened. Anyway, went to Seven Brew. Look at this, y'all. They felt like working today. That is so good. I thought I got a small, but I guess I got a medium. But I didn't say small.
You did.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering why it was $13. I could have swore I said small.
You did as well.
Okay, anyway. I usually get a small iced caramel macchiato, and instead of regular caramel, I get salted caramel. Very much elevation. But as far as today, what we're gonna be doing, I need to go get my eyebrows waxed. I need a pop socket. What my brother want? How much I want to bet he wants some money?
What's up, Dwayne? What? Why you looking like that?
Oh, I don't know. I thought you was gonna say something.
I don't know. I just want to say hey.
Oh, what's up?
Not much, just chilling.
Where you at? Oh my god! I was looking at the... Bro, this is crazy. I was trying to figure out where you were. Are you at her house? Okay. I was like, the wall behind you don't look familiar. Like, I'm confused.
The wall behind.
No, I was trying to analyze. See what she was up to. Alright. Kobe, you look like such a young man.
Reese, I look like a nutsack.
This is true.
Justin, shut up, bro. We the same hair length. Shut up.
No, we're not. Yours is much shorter than mine.
Yeah, you look like bro. You got pubic hairs on your head. Shut up. Please.
No, you have pubic hairs. I have waves.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Boys. Ladies. Bree don't like it?
You tell me.
What?
Do you like it?
Yeah, I like it. I have to get used to it. Because you have long hair for a long time.
She ain't fucking with bro. She ain't fucking with bro. She ain't fucking with bro. I'm sorry. It's okay. You look like such a young man. You look so much older though. I don't like that. I don't like that
You're
part.
so much older.
Yeah.
Got a little stash now, bro.
Have you? You haven't? Kobe.
Bro, I just wanted to see what you're up to. I'll catch you on the flip.
Alright, peace out, y'all.
Peace.
I like her for him. They cute. Cause I was like, what you know? She said, Whitbree. Sure, that's your man, girl. I like that. He got a haircut. He taking showers again.
What? You want to take a shower for him?
Hell, who knows? Boys, y'all be doing stupid.
No.
Yes.
I shower.
You want one of them boys that used to turn the water on and pretend like he was taking a shower?
I don't like smelling bad.
Why won't never go out to eat a chicken salad chick?
Why would we do that? That's a waste of their time, our money.
This is true.
Yeah.
This is true.
What? Why would you? No, I don't even like chicken salad.
They don't have like chicken salad. They have like chicken salad. You know?
You expected them to?
Originally, yes. The Sassy Scotty. But that's the name of it. Okay.
You didn't go live.
Damn, I forgot. I'm gonna go live tonight. What was I finna say? You know that first restaurant, or the restaurant that we stopped at on the way home for your mom to go to the restroom? The first one? Don't say it out loud. The purple one.
Yes.
How do you pronounce that?
What?
Like, how do you pronounce that restaurant name?
The name?
Yeah.
You want me to say it?
Yeah.
Taco Bell.
Okay. Because some people say it differently. Like, some people put emphasis on the taco. Some people put emphasis on the bell. You put emphasis on the bell.
Taco Bell.
I think I say Taco Bell.
What the?
So I think I put emphasis on the taco. I say Taco Bell. Like, the bell is like nonchalant. You say Taco Bell.
Yeah,
Taco Bell. That's what you say.
Taco Bell.
But I say Taco Bell.
Okay, if you was gonna make me say it like 10 seconds later, why can't I say it originally?
Because I don't know. There's no good reason for that. Anyway, alright. Let's go and get my eyebrows wet. Ooh, I look kind of cockeyed. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Let me zoom in, girl.
You get microblading?
Boy, shut the hell up. You don't know nothing about no microblading.
I can read that line.
You can barely read.
I can read better than you.
Boy, please. Boy, please. Boy, please. Don't piss me off. Anyway, guys, look at my eyebrows. They look crazy. So we're gonna go get them fixed up. Alright, just got back from getting my eyebrows done. Y'all, they look so much better. I'm greased up, but it's cute though. We're going to Best Buy because I need a pop socket for this phone because it's too big for me to hold. So I'm gonna get a pop socket. I ended up not finding a pop socket that I like. I feel like my phone case color is just, it's hard. Like unless it's exactly this color or it's clear, I just don't really know how it's gonna work. Hold on, we'll see. But now we're gonna go and get some new bedding because we've had our current bed set for 3 years, basically. Yeah, 3 years. So we need some new bed sheets and stuff like that. We went and got a comforter and a duvet cover, but we literally forgot to get like actual bed sheets. So now we're in TJ Maxx. We're gonna get bed sheets, and we're also gonna get Justin a new suitcase because if y'all watched the Disney vlog part 1, y'all saw that his suitcase got absolutely mangled, so he needs another one. I wanted to get this huge skeleton. Yes, it is $100, but he looks really cool. And Justin said we're not getting that, but I have to look at this pumpkin. So if I have to look at this pumpkin, everybody has to look at this pumpkin.
His name's Jeffrey.
No, moment of silence while everybody stare at the pumpkin.
His name's Jeffrey.
Oh. Justin, pick it up. This was so scary.
Behind you.
Justin, why is that so scary? He said, "Look behind you. I'm scared.
Well,
I
you behind me,
can't."
so-
No. Oh. Bitch. I told Justin that if this was less than $20 that I would get it. Look, it's literally like MagSafe and it's teddy bears. How cute. My phone always dead, so I feel like this will be good for me. And it's pre-charged. What? All right, Justin picked out a suitcase. He got this lame ass green one. So we just gonna go with that. Y'all, I have not been getting good sleep lately for like the past 3 days. I don't know what's going on. It's like okay, first of all, Gatorade absolutely runs through me. And I love the Gatorade Zero Glacier Freeze. And I guess I've just been drinking them too close to bedtime. And I have to pee so often. Like maybe on a crazy night, I'll have to get up and pee one time. But like lately, I've been getting up in the middle of the night like 3 to 4 times. And it's not even like good restful sleep. So I don't know. We're gonna have to work on that today. But this morning I had my like hospital online orientation, and the first day of orientation is through Zoom, and you pretty much just have to do like modules and stuff. So I'm pretty much done with all of my modules right now. I'm just doing like the unit specific modules. So yeah. But last night I ended up getting on TikTok Live, and of course a lot of people wanted to see like, or wanted to know like what unit I was transitioning to and like why I was transitioning and whatever. But then one of my old coworkers came into the live and pretty much started trolling. I'm sorry, I'm looking at y'all's stuff, but Erin is actually being so interesting. I'm glad she gathered them sides this time. Girl, you're the breadwinner. And I know he's not making money at his job, be for real.
I am though.
Oh, he works for free? You know what, Erin? I think your time has come to a close. Thank you so much for everything that you have done. I'm sure... Actually, no. Everybody drag Erin in the comments right now. Everybody drag him in the comments right now, because people like that, like, you just want attention. And it's like, if you are big and bad enough to get on social media and say all this behind a profile that's literally orange with the letter A, then you deserve to be drugged.
I can let it already dragging them.
Good. See, my girls don't play.
They're doing it.
My girls don't play. My girls don't play because, first of all, like, you're number one, you're saying I got this job to watch Justin. Watch him do what? Watch him do. Is that like insinuating that he's cheating on me? Yeah. Yeah, Aaron. Yeah. Anyway, while y'all read Aaron for literal filth as they should, they weren't bullying you. You just thought you were all that.
Okay, they definitely got to be coworkers. cheaper.
It probably is. Y'all, I wouldn't even be shocked if this Aaron person is somebody I work with, because I do shit like that all the time. Somebody say, yeah, post that shit. Okay, Aaron, you just getting blocked because you're actually so boring. Everybody say bye, Aaron. Bye. Aaron's Hank too. See, you finna make me break out my iPad. You finna make me break out my iPad. Because let's see where you work. Let's pull up that social. Let's pull up those W-2s. Let's pull up that I-9. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pulling that up. Let's pull up where your grandmother lives. Let's pull all that up. Anyway. Okay, sending that to the IRS. Getting your car repossessed. They were like, you never got bullied, you're lying. And then I was trying to ignore them. People were like, oh, like, Jay, like, I really like your hair, can I see it up close? And I was showing, and they were like, thank God Jalea got your edges together this time. First of all, I have a braided hairstyle, no edges left out. I never get edges left out. So like, what are you talking about? And they were like, Justin is so flamboyant, blah blah blah. So you talk about my man, and I'm finna have to get after you. That's the crazy part. I'm finna have to get after you. So then, after, and it was like, I wasn't even responding to them. But after they were like, Justin's so flamboyant, and they were like, you got your new job so that you could be closer, so that you could keep an eye on Justin. Keep an eye on him doing what? Like, is that supposed to insinuate that he's cheating or something like that? Like, that. And then they were like, you're the breadwinner. Is that supposed to be an insult? Is it? Chat, let me know. Chat, let me know. Like, and they were like, Justin doesn't make money at work, blah 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 blah, personal trainers don't make money. Okay. Yeah, and it was just like, at first I was gonna block them, but I was like, no, everybody get on them. Everybody get on them. And everybody started getting after them. And I was just like, y'all, I guarantee you that was somebody from my job. Like, I guarantee you. Like, it's lame. It's lame. And they were like, yeah, Jay, we see why you're leaving, because it was messed up. It was messed up. But yeah, I blocked them. And it's crazy because they only do that on my account and on Naya's account. That's the weird part, but whatever. I don't even care. So yeah, that happened. But I'm just really sleepy. I'm finishing up the rest of these modules. We just have to get back on Zoom at 3:45. And that's it. And then we have like in-person hospital orientation Tuesday through Friday. So that'll be rough, but it'll be fine. We're gonna do a Walmart Plus order. I'm gonna go to sleep, and hopefully I'll feel better later. So today I have my online orientation through Zoom, but tomorrow I have to actually go in and do like hospital orientation, and it's from 8 to 4. So I have to leave the house pretty early in order to get there, and also give myself enough time to get lost. I know the building that it's in because it's the same building that I went to the last time, but I'm parking in a new place, so I want plenty of time to be confused. But Justin and I went to go work out at 9 Round, and then we went to Publix because we needed like a few grocery things. Today was the first time that we decided that we weren't going to do like a Walmart Plus express delivery where it gets to you like in 30 to 45 minutes. Ordered it at 12, did not get it until like 5:30, 6 o'clock. So we will never be doing that again. We'll always be paying for the extra $12 to $6 for express. But anyway, Justin did a great job at like reorganizing the fridge and like adding all the drinks and, you know, all the good stuff. But I went ahead and meal prepped everything. This is a piece of chicken, but there's some chicken bacon ranch pasta in there. And then he also redid the pantry. I wish I could have showed y'all that before because it looked absolutely crazy, but now I feel like I can actually see what we have, so this looks really good. But we've been doing some meal prep. Well, I've been doing some meal prep. I am not the biggest fan of like too much egg in one place, but I decided that I was going to try these little like egg muffin things. I feel like they look better in person than they do on the screen, but y'all, these are so freaking good. They have egg, Kaneka sausage, bacon, cheese, and then seasoned potatoes at the bottom. I'm gonna take 2 of these to work in the morning, and this is gonna be my breakfast, and I'm so freaking excited about that. I also made some sushi. Oh, one of my little rolls fell apart. It's okay. If I can get it open, golly. I made some homemade like spicy crawfish rolls, so we will be taking that to work tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to have like access to a microwave, so I wanted to get something that I didn't have to heat up to keep me from like going and getting food from somewhere. And then we'll add like some yum yum sauce or something. But they also had these blueberry muffins at Publix. I was gonna make some homemade blueberry muffins, but they were probably gonna end up looking exactly like this because of the recipe that I got from TikTok. But Justin is a very big advocate of like, we don't have to make everything just because we know how to make everything. So I'm probably gonna have like half of this or maybe half of a half tomorrow too, and bring it when we have like our first 15-minute break of the day. Y'all, literally today has been such a cluster, like you don't even understand. So I got up this morning pretty much with Justin because he had to be to work early this morning, and I ended up being like dressed and ready to go at like 6:15. First of all, who am I? Orientation 9 until 8. I'm dressed and ready to go at 6:15. So my drive to my new job is not as far as my old job. May she rest in distress. But yeah, so I was like I'm gonna wait a few minutes and then I'm gonna leave because like I don't want to, you know, be there super early. So whatever, I leave at plenty of time. So I get like maybe 15 minutes onto the interstate, and at first whenever I got into the car it was like, oh, like you'll get there at 7:55, and I'm like 7:55. So whatever, it's saying 7:55. Hold on, I'm posting a TikTok, but I'm still talking. It was saying 7:55. Boo, I'm confused. What you mean 7:55? And I am leaving early. Like that doesn't even make any sense. So I'm like, ugh. Like, you know, orientation is at 8. Like I wanted at least 15-20 minutes to like be there early, you know, whatever. Get on the road. It goes from 7:55 to 8 o'clock. I'm like, 8 o'clock, that's unacceptable. So I'm putting my foot on the gas. Then I run into traffic. It says that the traffic is going to take 25 minutes to get through. So now it went from 7:55 to 8 o'clock to 8:07 to 8:15. So I'm shitting bricks in my car right now. Like I'm freaking out. So whatever, it gives an option for a diversion. So I'm like, yes, like let me take this diversion. Go through the diversion. Obviously it gave everybody the exact same diversion. So there's like less traffic, but there's still traffic. There was traffic for literally like another 30 minutes. And I'm sitting through, don't do this, but I'm like riding on the opposite side of the road to get around the slow cars and like all this stuff. End up getting here at like 8:15, and I called because they were like, if you're gonna be late, like, you know, just call us. And so I called and she was like, girl, it's okay, like just get here safely. So I was like, okay, cool. So I go in there, thank God it's an auditorium. So I'm like going into the back and I sit on the back row, and I saw this little sheet that was like, do not sit on this row. But I'm like, everybody else sitting on this row, so like it must be cool. So I sit on the row and this man taps me on my shoulder and he was like, are you just not getting here? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, come sign in for me. So I sign in, I do like my little name card and like all this other stuff, and then I sit down, and they had pretty much like just started. So I wasn't really, I mean I was late. I'm taking accountability there. I was late, but I wasn't like late. So whatever, and everything is just very organized. Like they had like this little sheet for like how the day was gonna go, and like time blocks and breaks and lunch breaks and all this stuff, and it's just like so much better organized than my last hospital. And it is just honestly like a breath of fresh air. I was so worried about meeting new people and like people being nice to me, but everyone has literally been so nice. Anybody that's recognized me from TikTok has been so nice to me. I've had so many like enjoyable, meaningful conversations with so many people, and it's just been so refreshing. And people were asking me like what hospital I came from, so I was telling them. They were like, girl, you used to work there? Yes I did. And I've also had people come up to me and be like, Jay, like you were a labor and delivery nurse, why like why would you want to do mother baby? Mother baby was not my initial option. Y'all know specifically on YouTube because I talked about it the most here, but it's like I chose immediately, like anything in maternal child I was gonna take, because I was in such a dire situation with my other job that I needed to get out of there as soon as possible. And if that meant taking a mother baby job, even if I wanted a labor and delivery job, that's what I was gonna do. So I applied to be a mother baby / delivery care team nurse, and that's what I did. So some days I'll be working mother baby, some days I'll be working delivery care team. But what I was literally just talking about in my TikTok is like, I'm gonna tell my manager as soon as I see her again, I want you to be able to put me anywhere. So if you want to throw me back into the trenches of L&D, throw me back. Or if you want to put me down in the OB/ED, take me there. Like I don't care about being a triage nurse. I would actually really love if you did that. That would be fantastic. Or if it means being a nursery, if it means being mother baby, like I don't care, but I need to be where the action is. Like, I don't want to go to work and like know exactly what to expect every single day. Like, I want to be surprised, and like I want action. I want something fun. And I know like mother baby technically isn't action, but like delivery care team nurse, like you never know how babies are going to act when they come out. Like their strip can look perfect, and then when they get out, they're not so good, or you know, vice versa. So like I want to be that person. Like I want to be where the action is. And at the end of the day, like I just thank God every single morning when I wake up that I'm not at my last job, because y'all, I fucking hated it. I hated it, and I was so just like sad and miserable. And now already I'm literally at hospital orientation. Arguably like one of the worst parts of starting a new job is orientation, and I'm enjoying it. Like that should tell you so much. Like it's just so organized and everything is so perfect and amazing. And I'm just really happy, honestly. Like I'm really happy to not be in that really bad situation over and over and over again. And yeah, and still my old nursing manager is still texting me, like trying to get details on me. Like, girl, leave me alone, because now it's going to get to the point where you're blocked. Like you have nothing to say to me. I fulfilled my requirement to you. I've turned in my badge. I've turned in my key. Like I've literally turned in everything. So like I don't want to have any more conversations with you going forward. The people from my job that I found out were snakes, you've been blocked. Like pictures have been thrown away. Like I've had pictures of my friends in my house and like this and that. You've been thrown away. I realized that I had one of the pictures of my old friends who I'm not friends with anymore, which we'll get into that probably on the way home today. But one of my friends, or one of the girls that I'm not friends with anymore, one of her pictures was in the back of my badge. Threw it away. Bye. Like I literally don't want to be friends with you. I'm not carrying you into this new stage of my life. I found that you were undercover hated this entire time. We're gonna be fake as fuck the entire time. Like we are done. We are done. We are done. We are done. So yeah, I'm really excited to be in this new chapter of my life, and I'm really happy to have like friends that are genuine and that I can keep around. You're probably like, Jay, you're talking so fucking fast. Like I don't even know what you're saying. Yeah. But yeah, so it's my lunch break. It's 12:19. We gotta go back at 1 o'clock, and then I think we get another break. I think we get 2 more breaks before we even go home. So everything is good. Life is good. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to give y'all an update on what's been going on. Y'all, literally it's giving Men in Black. But I did not realize how beneficial these sunglasses were going to be for me. I got them because I just wanted to be, you know, a sunglass girl. Like I feel like part of being an adult is having a good pair of sunglasses. But I did not realize how much I squint whenever I drive, because I can't see because I'm driving in the sun. And then I put like my little shade down, but it like obscures so much of my view, and I freaking hate it. Anyway, finished technically the second day of hospital orientation. Y'all, I love my new hospital so freaking much. I had so many people come up to me and be like, oh my gosh, like you're Nurse Jay from TikTok, or like I'm walking somewhere and they're like, hey Nurse Jay, and I'm like, oh my, hey y'all, like what's up? It has been literally fantastic. It has been a breath of fresh air. There's like so much decency and order and professionalism, and I'm not used to having that in the workplace. Like that is, it's just so, it's so right. It just feels so right. And I've had people talk to me like, hey, like I started off at this hospital and then, you know, I went somewhere else, and I realized that like it literally does not get better than this. They're like, oh, like I've traveled, I've been here, I've been there, I did this, I did that, but like they always end up coming back to this hospital. And I'm just like, this is fantastic. I also posted a TikTok talking about like how, you know, I'm so happy and like everything is so good, blah, blah, blah. So many of my coworkers, my new coworkers now that I, of course, haven't met yet because I haven't been on the unit besides whenever I did my interview. And like at the time, I didn't know if I was going to get the job or not. So of course, like nobody's going to talk to me. And I really didn't see anybody. But anyway, they're like, hey girl, like I know which hospital you work at. And like, we're going to be coworkers. Like, welcome to the team. Like, this is already so different from my other job. And I just feel like there's like a click. Like, I feel like everything is right. Like everything is exactly how it's supposed to be right now. And I'm so happy, and I'm so grateful, and I'm so thankful. And I feel like I'm gonna say that a million times in the course of this vlog, but like genuinely I am. Like life just feels like a breath of fresh air, seriously. But tomorrow, pretty much the same thing. I'm gonna leave early tomorrow because I don't want to have to deal with traffic. I don't have to deal with none of that. And we're also doing a meet and greet with our nurse manager, so I'm really excited to do that at the end of the day. And yeah, we're gonna go to the gym today. I already meal prep, so I don't have to cook anything, but I am gonna go in here, eat lunch, spend some time with Justin, and then we'll go to the gym. All right, good morning, y'all. I'm on time today. I got here at 7:10, not 8:20. I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that, y'all, for real. I slept good last night. I shaved my legs. I feel like I needed to shave my legs because I have a texture problem sometimes, and if I feel like something is like too textured, it's part of the reason why I don't wear pants unless they're work pants. I don't know, it bothers me when my legs are not shaved. My old nurse manager keeps texting my phone, and it's like, girl, there's nothing else to say. Please stop texting my phone. I'm never coming back. Like, what? What? Like, literally there's nothing else for you to say. Please stop contacting me. I don't know why you can't get that through your head that I'm never coming back and I don't want to speak to any of you people ever again. What's hard? What's hard? Anyway, we're going in here today. This is my last long day of orientation. All of the other days are going to be pretty short. Tomorrow it's from 7:30 to 9, and then Friday it's from 8 to 12. So we're going to get through today. It's going to be a good day. I'm meeting my nurse manager today. Maybe we can do like a tour of the unit. I don't know. We'll see. But I will see y'all at lunch. All right, guys. So it is 12:05. We are on lunch break. I'm very happy about that. I was getting like a little bit stir crazy from sitting at that desk the whole time. This smells so good, but it looks so gross. My hands are so dry. But yeah, I was getting a little bit stir crazy. We were doing like some group work and it was what it was. Now, the majority of the people in my orientation group, there's 80 of us. The majority of them are new grads. And then there's like a few of us like experienced nurses, which considering myself to be an experienced nurse, it's crazy. But yeah, it's a nice mix. It is what it is. But yeah, I met somebody that's going to be on my same unit that's going to be mother, baby, and delivery care team just like I am, so that's really nice. And yeah, I'm happy to be able to have some time to like sit in my car and just like chill, relax, decompress, eat some lunch, all of that good stuff. Tomorrow is the skills day. It's from 8 to 4. That's a lie. That's horrible. The skills day is mine is from 7:30 to 9. I think that's the like time slot that I've picked. So that's what I'll be doing tomorrow. And yeah, I'm just gonna sit in my car. I'm gonna eat some lunch. I'm gonna decompress, and I'm gonna go back in there when it's time. But yeah, overall, I'm having a good time. I'm really happy. Things are looking up. You know, everything's good. Y'all, I am in bed. I'm waiting for my heating pad to crank up. But today we had our skills day, and I know that we have talked about this extensively before, but as a little recap, if you've never watched my YouTube videos before, when I was in nursing school, I was absolutely horrified. I was horrified of any like skills day, validation, like any kind of thing like that would freak me out. So now that I'm at a new hospital, of course, this week I'm doing like hospital orientation week, all that good stuff, and towards the end of hospital orientation week, you're going to do a skills day. When I found that out, I started panicking so bad. Like my palms are sweating, my face is getting hot, my arms are tingling. Like I'm just getting so nervous because I'm just like, okay, well, at least let me prepare. But like they didn't even tell us what we were going to be doing until like the day before. And it was like we couldn't even really prepare because we didn't really know what they wanted us to do, and they weren't really giving us very much information on what they wanted us to do, which hindsight now I understand why. But I was just so nervous. I was so nervous. So I had to get up extra early this morning because today wasn't a full day of orientation, thank God. You like sign up for groups. And so I was like, you know, I already have to drive, you know, a significant distance to get to work. I'll just go ahead and have the morning slot. That way I can get up early and I have the rest of the day to myself to do whatever I want. And I don't have to like wake up with the thought of like, oh, I have to go all the way to my job and do the skills day and, you know, whatever. So I got up this morning early, went to work. They told us to park where we had been parking for orientation, but to like get on the bus and like go in all these buildings and up the stairs and down the stairs and across the bridge and this and that. And I was like, So I downloaded the hospital campus like map because it has directions and stuff. And so I pulled it up last night, and then they know that parking is horrible. And so when I looked up the building, they were like suggested places to park. And it was like the 4th Avenue deck and the 6th Avenue deck. So I was like, okay, like I'll just park in the parking deck and then I'll just walk. So I get there, I park in the 4th Avenue deck instead of the 6th. But I was like, it shouldn't be too different. So whatever, I get out of the deck, I start the directions, and the map is just not very like Apple Mappy, Google Mappy. Like it was lagging so bad. The directions didn't like update as you move. So like, you know how in Apple Maps they have like the blue line, and like as you continue to go in the right direction, like the blue line disappears from behind you. You know what I mean? So like, you know, you're going in the right direction. It didn't do that for me. And like the map didn't turn around to like make sure that I was going the right way. Like it didn't do any of that. So I was like, so now I'm just ambulating the streets, just walking, looking like a crazy person. And then I remember, I was like, it says that it's in the same building as a Subway. So I was like, I'm seeing like 4th Avenue, 6th Avenue. So I was like, I know I'm right here because I'm pretty sure it's on like between like 7th Avenue and 19th Street, something like that. So I was like, I know that I'm in the right general area. So let me just type in Subway. I typed in Subway, followed it, and I was like, okay, it must be in this building. So I go into the building and I see that I'm in the right building. So I was like, oh, thank God. And at this time, it was like 7:12, I think. It was 7:12. My skills day didn't start until 7:30, so I had plenty of time. So I went upstairs to the 2nd floor, went all the way down, past a little Subway, and I found the rest of the people in my orientation cohort. So I was like, thank God. I sat next to my new friend. I'm not going to say her name because I don't know how she feels about social media. Like, honestly, we just met this week. Like, we're not super close yet, so I don't want to expose her to my social media yet. Not that y'all are mean or anything, but just like, you know. Anyway, so I sat next to her. We talked for a little bit. And some people were like, oh yeah, like we got on the bus, and they were like, how was it? And they were like, it was not good. Like, it was not a good experience. So I feel like everybody just kind of had a rough time getting to kind of where we needed to go. But what matters is that we made it. So we get there, and she was like, I'm gonna put y'all in groups. So she puts us in groups, and it ends up being me and pretty much the other people that I met in orientation that I've, been talking to off and on throughout the week. So I was like, okay, this should be cool. So we go in there, and there's 4 different stations and little tables and like little models on the table for us. And it was so low stakes. It was so just like normal and easy going. Like, the instructor was pretty much like, hey, like this station is about this, and you might see this in the hospital. Gave their little spiel. Anybody have any questions? No. I was like, oh, so you weren't looking for a performance. I thought I was going to have to get up in front of the whole orientation cohort and, explain the steps of how to insert a Foley catheter. Walk into the patient's room, introduce myself, verify the patient. Like, I thought I was going to be doing all that. They said, no. Like, you didn't even have to talk if you didn't want to. Like, you just sit there and nod and, whatever. So we get over to the IV station. And I was sitting closest to the instructor, and in nursing school they have like the fake arms with the blood lines in it, and whatever, and you can like actually stick it and blood comes back and whatever. So the hospital that I came from, I'm not gonna be rude, but they just did not have a lot of resources, monetarily or otherwise. So I was like doing the IV insertion, and I'm like looking for the little button on the side of the needle so I can click it to safety it. And so I'm like turning around, and I'm like, how do I safety this? Like, I was so confused, and I was like, how do I safety this? Like, I asked her, and she was like, oh, you just pull it out. And I was like, pull it out? Because in my other hospital, if you just pull the needle out, like blood is going to go everywhere, like everywhere. And I was like, pull it out. She was like, pull it out. And so I like slowly pull it out. I'm looking at her like, you trying to trick me? What is this? And I pulled it out. The needle automatically capped itself. Huh? Oh, y'all got money. Oh, okay. Y'all, they got money. They have money. They got buku money. I'm like, and then it's like every time somebody's like, oh, Jay, like, what hospital did you come from? And I tell them, and everybody's like, you worked there? Yes, y'all. Hey. Everybody get off me. I know. It's okay. We leveled up. I got away from it. But they be treating me like I got the bubonic plague. Whenever I be whispering it under my breath because I don't even want to tell nobody no more. But yeah, so that it was an interesting time. Also, like, having to pay for parking is different because in my old hospital, like, we didn't have to pay for parking because nobody wanted to work there. Stop. This is true. But yeah, like, we didn't have to pay for, I mean, if you wanted to park in the deck, like, you could, and it was $2, but there were other free places to park that were very close proximity to the hospital because they didn't have a very big campus. So yeah, I think I was in the parking deck from like 6 something to 9, and I paid $5. Bruh, it was crazy. So yeah, it was a time. So then I ended up going to Buc-ee's because my period started. I don't know if this is TMI, but I felt my stomach hurting really, really bad, and I was like, I need to pee and poop so bad. But I tried to find a bathroom in the building that we were in, but it was locked. So I was like, I'm gonna have to go to my car and I'm gonna have to go to Buc-ee's. So I drove 20 minutes to Buc-ee's, get into the bathroom. First of all, I love Buc-ee's bathrooms because like all the sides of the door are like sealed all the way, so like nobody can see through the cracks, which I love. Yeah, glad I brought a pad because I bled through my underwear but not through my pants, so that was really good. So I was like, sucks. So whatever, I had a pad. They were playing Tyrant by Beyonce, so that did soften the blow for me. It did. But yeah, so took care of that, squared that away. Then they had their Halloween shirts out. Y'all know I acted a fool. I got my 4X, and then I put some gas in my car, and then I came home. And Justin told me to lay down and relax, and he gonna bring me lunch, as he should. So yeah, I'm gonna just be kind of laying up. We are going to Pilates tonight, and we have to go to Sam's Club later. So yeah, but this week is going by so fast, y'all. Literally, it's already Thursday. Like, I don't understand where the week is going. Like, everything is just happening so fast, and I love that. But yeah, my old nurse manager keeps contacting me, and I think it just may be time to block them because nothing fruitful can happen from any of those conversations. And it's just like, I've already moved on. Like, you should too, I fear. Like, I'm never coming back. Like, you can definitely fill my spot. Like, I'm just never coming back. And I've heard so many people, especially like instructors today, they were like, I have gone to different hospitals, and like some people had even been at my previous hospital and then came to my current hospital, and they were like, yeah, you will always, like, you will get to the point where like you'll leave here because you go do preceptorship somewhere else, or you know, you're doing clinical somewhere else for school, and you will come back here and you will realize the grass is not greener. Like, this is the meadow. Like, the grass is greener right where you are, and you will realize that other people do not have the resources that this hospital has. And I'm like, whoa, because I keep hearing that like it's a privilege to work here, and like everybody keeps saying like, oh, like you'll love it, but it's like, when everybody is saying that, like you have to believe that it's actually true. Like, it's so different. It's so different. And I love it. Literally the only downside is parking. And that's what everybody says. They're like, they can't excel at everything. Like, something is going to have to be a drawback, and the drawback is the parking. Which I will say, they have copious amounts of parking spaces. I wouldn't park on the street because that's a little dangerous. But they have lots of parking decks and lots, and they have a very efficient transit system. So yeah. But overall, I'm very happy. Tomorrow is the last day. I go from 8 to 12, and it's just like a computer training day. So yeah, that's what we'll be doing. Okay guys, I have my vlog camera back, and I am so freaking happy. So yesterday I went to Sam's because we needed trash bags, I needed some more Dove bar soap, and I also needed some more denture cleaners, because I don't know if you know this, but if you have like retainers, or you're in a sport, or you're somebody you know is in a sport where they have mouth guards, like you have Invisalign, all that good stuff, you can use denture cleaners to clean like your mouthpiece, and it's a lot less harsh than like using toothpaste or something like that, and it does really good at cleaning it and like making it not feel like grimy and slimy and gross and all that good stuff. Anyway, went to Sam's to go and get that, and usually Justin is the one that pushes the basket, and like if I leave my vlog camera in the basket, like he'll usually always check and he gets it for me, but I went in by myself. So I came out, got in the car, whatever, went home, got up this morning because today was my last day of hospital orientation, and I was gonna vlog and like, you know, talk to y'all about the night that I had last night and whatever. And so I usually leave my camera on my bedside table until this morning. I was like, I forgot my vlog camera, like, you know, let me go back. And I looked at my dresser and it wasn't there, so I was like, oh, I guess I just must have left it in the car, like whenever we came back, or whenever I came back from Sam's yesterday. So I get in the car, it's not there. My stomach immediately drops because I was like, I left it in the basket. I left it in the basket and I didn't pick it up, and I don't remember picking it up. I'm going back and I'm looking at the Ring camera from when I came home from Sam's. It's not in my hand. It's not in my car, and it was in my hand when I left, and it was not in my hand when I came back. So that's when I knew that I left it there. So after I get to the hospital, I text Justin. I'm like, hey, at like 10:30, 30 minutes after they open, will you call Sam's and see if they have it in the lost and found? He was like, yes. Okay, pin in that. Yesterday, we had to do our skills day, and then we had to come home and like do some modules before we had our computer lesson today. And so I was doing it, and they said in the beginning module number 1, like, you're not going to be like, if you have a MacBook, you're not going to be able to complete these modules because you're not going to be able to right click. And I'm like, what? You can't right click on a Mac? Which I understand because it's like a trackpad. So I'm like looking up, like, can you right click on a Mac? And they were trying to like change my mouse pad settings and do this and do that. And I'm like, okay, so I did all the things, but like it still wasn't registering as a right click. And I'm guessing because the module was just a little bit older and it just didn't recognize like the whatever my trackpad was trying to do. So I ended up having to go and get a mouse, but my period started. I told y'all that. That sounded more gross. I told y'all that, but no, like my period started. Like I just haven't been feeling good. So I DoorDashed a mouse from Office Depot. Took like an hour to get here, but whatever. Bought me a little cheap little $9 mouse, whatever. So I'm struggling with the mouse. Like, I'm putting the batteries in, I'm connecting it, it's not coming up on the Bluetooth. I'm getting so mad. I'm gonna take the batteries out just in game. Like, I'm fed up. So I was like, you know what, let me just try one more time. And so I'm trying to like make sure I'm putting the battery in the right way. And after literally 40 minutes of fumbling and bumbling with this damn mouse, I realized that there's a clear plastic coating around the battery. Okay, so I take the plastic coating off, put it in, mouse immediately starts working. Immediately. Okay, great. So I go ahead and I finish all the modules. It takes me a while, but I do finish it all. And then go to sleep, wake up, go to class today. And we had our computer class. Now, I will say, computer classes when you're doing hospital orientation can be a little bit slower when you have people that are just like not tech savvy. And like, to me, I feel like I'm tech savvy. Like, I edit my YouTube videos and my TikToks, and like I know shortcuts and, you know, all that good stuff. Like, I feel like I'm pretty tech savvy. So to me, it's like, I want you to talk in 2x. Like, I want you to hurry up and, you know, say what you got to say and show me the charting system, and I want to go home because it's just been a long week. It's been a long week. But of course they have to stop and slow down, and like, I really do appreciate like the proficiency of this computer class, because there was one person, which is so good, y'all, this hospital got money, I'm not playing. Like, there's this gigantic computer lab, and everybody in the computer lab, like wherever you sit, you have 2 monitors, and one monitor is like for you to do your computer stuff on, but the other monitor is like connected to the main monitor that the instructor is on, and you can pretty much like see their screen. Like, they shared their screen with 80 people in that computer lab today. So it was like, as like, one monitor is right here, one is right next to me, and I can see everything that he's doing, and I can mimic everything that he's doing on my own monitor. Like, it was so freaking cool. And then they had like assistants, so like if you got lost at any part of the computer training, like assistants, you just raise your hand and your assistant will come around, like help you and make sure that you like get everything and understand. Like, it was so proficient, and I feel like I've been saying that all week, but like genuinely this hospital is on their P's and Q's. Like, they know what they're doing for real. And it was just really nice. I did have some coffee, and I put like some, like, it wasn't like sugar, but it was like the off-brand sugar, the 0-calorie sugar, whatever. I forgot how disgusting that stuff is, but I had some coffee just to kind of keep me awake and interested. But yeah, and after that we set up our passwords, and like, this hospital system, there's so many like passwords and IDs and acronyms. Like, I get so overwhelmed, but it's gonna be fine. I feel like the longer I'm here, the easier it'll be to like conform to how they do things. But I was talking to my new friend that also works Mother Baby and also works delivery care team, and she was like, did you already get your parking pass? And I was like, no, I was gonna do it today. And she was like, did you already apply for it online? I was like, you gotta apply for it online? And she was like, yeah. So I went ahead and I applied for it online, and then I, like, after class was over, I drove over to the transportation building, and the campus is so big, it took me forever to even get to the transportation building. And so I got there, and it took her a while to kind of like pull everything up, and I'm like, is there something I did wrong? Something? And at the beginning of orientation, they were saying like, those of you that are going to be getting parking passes, like, it's a one-time fee. No. Well, yeah, no. In the beginning, she said that it was a one-time fee and that it's taken out of our first check. So I was like, huh? And like, nobody would ever say how much the parking pass was. So I was a little bit concerned about that. But whenever I got there, she was like, it's $65 or something like that to park in the parking deck. Now, I was telling y'all, like, you can park on the street, and parking on the street is free, but there is a very big possibility that when you come back to your car in the morning, you're not gonna have tires, you're not gonna have no carburetor, you ain't gonna have nothing when you could have just been safe and parked in the deck. whatever. So I decided that I was going to park in the deck, but it's only $65 and I work 12 days a month. So it ends up being like $5 every time I go to work. And then if I pick up extras, it'll make that cost go down a little bit more. But to park in the parking deck for the first hour is $3. And then it's $1 every hour after that. So like at the end of the day, I'm going to be working for 12 hours. So having a parking pass, I feel like is worth it. To me, I feel like it's worth it. So that's why I'll be parking. And then my first official day, y'all, is on Monday. I don't think I'm scared. I think I'm just, I don't know. I'm just nervous because this is like my old job, but on a grander scale and more proficient. So I don't want to go in like be like, oh, like I was a labor and delivery nurse and we got floats mother baby all the time and I did baby help all the time as a labor and delivery nurse. Like that's true, but like I still want to be teachable and I want to be super malleable and just have them be able to put me anywhere. Like I want them to be able to talk about me when I leave and be like, she's fantastic, like she's great, she asks questions, she's willing to help, she was willing to do this and do that. Because like it's hard being the new person on the unit because like you don't have any credibility, like nobody knows who you are. And of course I know that if anybody sees like that I'm working there, they're going to be like, oh, like, you know, let me look her up on social media, let me see who she is, let me see what she's about. Because I can be fully transparent and say that like whenever we had new people at my job, that's the first thing we did. Like I remember whenever Haley, who's one of my best friends now, they're like, yeah, we're gonna have this nurse, she's experienced, she's coming from this place and she's gonna be working with us. And man, we put up that Facebook so fast. Like, who is she? Like, who does she think she is? And at first I was like, I don't know, y'all, we gonna have to see, we have to scope it out. And Haley is literally one of my best friends ever. And I love her so much. But like, you got to get to know people. You have to get to know people. And I feel like I'm the same on social media that I am in real life. Like, what you see is what you get with me. Like, there's no sugarcoating. And usually when I meet people, they're like, you are literally the exact same. Why, yes. I'm crazy. But yeah, I do feel like the thing about me that shocks people is that I'm very, very quiet when you first meet me. Like I just pretty much sat here and yapped in your face for a whole hour. And I did. But when I first meet you, like it's going to take me a second to warm up because I'm very shy. Very, very, very shy. Which I'm trying to like break out of that and not be as shy as I am. But it's hard, y'all, for real. It's hard. But yeah, I'm really excited to start my first day. And I guess we'll just kind of see how it goes. Okay, you'll have to excuse our bathroom because it looks a mess, but I wanted to talk about something that I did not get the chance to talk about earlier in the week. So I honestly want this to be the last time that I talk about my previous job, so I'm just gonna go ahead and like lay everything out and just like let this be just the last time I talk about it because I'm really sick of bringing it into every week's vlog, and I want this week's vlog to be the last time that I ever bring it up. Truly. Okay. So y'all know that it is difficult for me to make friends just because you just can't trust everybody. And like, just because you have good intentions does not mean that everyone else has good intentions. Just because you have a good heart does not mean that everybody else has a good heart, right? And that has been a lesson over the past 10 years that I have been doing my best to learn. Because y'all know that I had a really hard time in high school. You know, that whole situation was what it was. And like, yes, it was a really, really, really long time ago. And you know, whatever, I understand that. But lessons like those, especially when it was as traumatic as it was for me, they last a long time and you learn a lot, right? So in my adult life, like whenever I started working at my previous job, it took me a while, but by the end of that year, like Naya became one of my best friends. And this is not about Naya. Me and Naya are still locked in. Like that's my bookie butt. Like I love her so much and I will always love her and I will always have respect for her. I'm so proud of her. None of this is about Naya. Naya has been literally one of my truest friends. Like sometimes I can get a little blindsided and I tend to even still try to see the best in people. And Naya's like, Jay, wake the fuck up. No, like this is a bad person. But I appreciate Naya because she gives me the space to see for myself that some people just literally ain't shit. Like, and I appreciate that. Honestly, I do. And I feel like that's why we're going to be friends for so long, because we just respect each other so much and we just gel so well together. Anyway, ended up being good friends with Naya, like by the end of my first 6 months, like working at my last job. And, you know, like we ended up being a trio with, you know, this one person. And, you know, like everybody knew, like it was the three of us. It was me, Naya, and it was this other person. We'll call them Betty. It was me, Naya, and Betty. Me, Naya, and Betty forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Amen. Right? And we just got closer and closer and closer and closer. And, you know, whatever. Like Betty had a lot of major life changes and good ones. And me and Naya were right there, you know, supporting Betty's family through like this huge, amazing transition that they were having in their life. And this friendship went on to be so good for years and years and years, right? But recently, you know that I had a pool party, my annual pool party. I invite all of my friends, all of their kids. It's a time for us to just like get together and just be girls. You know what I mean? Like just get together and just have everything just for a moment, you know? I will never shut up about this Tower 28 SOS spray. Amazing. Anyway, so yeah, so last year it was like 12 people. This year it was like 20 something people. Like there were like so many people. And I was like, oh guys, like we gotta do this more often. Like we gotta get together. Like we really gotta bond. Like, you know, we gotta, you know, whatever. And so that happened. Pool party was great. I get back to work. People like, Jay, like, why are you inviting me to the pool party? I'm coming next year. I'm like, okay, y'all, like, you know, see y'all next year. Mind you, the pool party's at my house. So I really only invite people to our house that I feel like, you know, we're good friends. You know, I trust you. Like there's a level of camaraderie, sisterhood to the people that, you know, we invite to our house. Like we're not just inviting any random Joe Blow into our home. And that's understandable. That goes for anybody, right? So anyway, pool party happens. Work is just getting more and more treacherous, more unsafe. The retaliation is at an all-time high. The bullying is at an all-time high. It's just, it becomes really hard to go to work. And I feel like I tried to be a trooper for a really long time, but like within the last 2 months, I started to realize like I was dreading going to work. Like I hated the day that it came that I had to go to work. Now, mind you, I loved being a labor and delivery nurse. I loved it. It was not the job. It was the politics. Not that like I've said that 50 billion times. Like I've said that literally so many times. It was the politics. It was the, no, I'm not going to grant your PTO because you're wearing a blue shirt today. I'm like, okay, well, they are also wearing a blue shirt and you granted their PTO and also gave them mine. And they're like, right, because I like them. Like, it was just stuff like that. Or like, well, you don't have kids, so you're going to work the holiday that I know that you like. And then I'm going to also change the policy. I'm going to go in there, I'm going to change the policy, and I'm going to make it so that you have to work it. It was just, the retaliation was sick and insane. And then people were making me and Naya feel crazy, like, oh, nothing's happening to y'all. Y'all are just whining and complaining and doing this and doing that. And then those same people would make fake pages and troll on our social media all day long. Or come to work and be like, wow, Jay, like, you was out doing this weekend. Like, calm down. Like, being loud at the desk, like, of course, like, if I post it on social media, like, I don't really care who knows about it, but, like, you're doing it to bring awareness to it. You're doing it to be fucking messy, right? Like, it was just, like, it was so unnecessary. So unnecessary. So, anyway, it got to the point where my previous manager pulled me and I into the office, and they were like, so tell me why you're so unhappy. And so me and I were like, we're unhappy because X, Y, and Z keep happening. We've been saying something about it. Nothing's being done. So X, Y, and Z is really bothering us. It's making it really hard for us to work here. Very calm, very cool, very collected, not popping off, not being crazy, just having a normal conversation saying like, you know, these things are bothering me and it's making it really hard to be happy while working. And it wasn't even crazy things. It was like, I feel unsafe at work, so it's making it hard for me to want to come to work. And they were just like, no, you don't feel unsafe. No, none of those things are happening. So it's like, okay, well, what was the point in you asking me? What was the point in you asking me if you're just going to try to invalidate everything that I'm saying? So they were like, okay, what else? Like, what else? It's like, I don't really want to say anything else because at this point, like, I'm recognizing game. Like, I'm up on it now. Like, I realize, like, you're not asking me because you want to help me. You're asking me because you want to retaliate against me. And it doesn't make any sense for me to tell you if something is wrong if you're not going to do anything to fix it. I could just go home. I could literally just go home. And it's like, it was always after a 12-hour shift when me and I was getting our head like between the wash and the dryer. Not even me and I, literally everybody. So it's like, there's no reason to have this extended conversation if I know that nothing is going to come from it, right? So at that point, our manager was like, well, if y'all are so unhappy, just quit or just leave, is what she said. That was on a Friday. That night, I went home and I started putting in applications for hospitals. Put in applications for like different hospitals around, just kind of putting my feelers out. I knew about my dream hospital. I didn't know if they were going to have any openings. I looked, they had some openings for not labor and delivery, but they had some for mother, baby / delivery care team. So I was like, well, they're not going to accept me anyway. So I mean, what does it matter? I might as well just, shoot my shot. Shot my shot. That was on Friday. And y'all have heard this story. Applied on Friday. Application was under review on Sunday. Got a call back on Monday. Scheduled an interview for that following Thursday. It was very quick. And it was like, by Monday, I had 3 job offers for 3 different hospitals. Yeah. So at that point, I'm already typing up my resignation. I'm already typing it up because I know at this point, like, I have an out. And at my previous hospital, they would make you feel like nobody's ever going to take you. Like, nobody's ever gonna accept you. Like, nobody's going to give you a nice schedule like we give. Nobody's going to give you PTO like us. Nobody's going to do this like us. Like you think it's so horrible. I guarantee you it's 10 times horrible anywhere else. Like, there's going to be mean doctors wherever you go. There's going to be bullies wherever you go. Yeah, but like, I don't have to stay here and deal with that. And that's also not true. Like, yes, there are going to be strong personalities wherever I go, no matter what. But like, I'd rather deal with strong personalities and not feel afraid to go to work. Not feel like my license is on the line every time I go to work. That's not normal, right? Not normal. So yeah, I had that interview on Thursday. And as soon as I had the interview, like the in-person interview, I wanted to go ahead and turn my notice in right then. My mom was like, no, you need to wait until you get your official job offer letter. When you get that official job offer letter from them, then you put your notice in, but not a moment before, because anything can change between now and then. So you wait. I was like, oh. So I had my nail appointment that Friday, the day after. They sent the offer letter at 8 a.m. that next morning. So at 8 a.m. that next morning, I went ahead and printed out my resignation, sent it in. Well, before I sent it into HR, I texted my manager. I was like, hey, are you going to be in the office today? They were like, nope, I'm on vacation. I said, okay, cool. And they were going to be on vacation for an extended amount of time. So I was like, hey, I just wanted to let you know that I went ahead and turned my notice in, or I'm about to turn my notice in. I just wanted to go ahead and tell you so that you're not blindsided about the whole thing. And they were like, okay. So I was like, ooh, that's aggressive. Okay. And they were like, call me. We need to talk. We actually don't. Like, there's nothing else to do. There's nothing else to say. It just is what it is, right? So at my previous job, you had to put in a 4-week notice and you had to satisfy that 4-week notice. During that 4 weeks, I was retaliated against so many times. I was forced into dangerous situations so many times. They tried to beat me down. They tried to lie on me. They tried to lie to me. Like, it was the most afraid I have ever felt in the workplace. It was dangerous. And for that reason, like, something that happened like my last 3 to 4 shifts, I will never be at a hospital where patients are being put in danger for fun. I might cry. When people go to the hospital, they automatically expect to think that you have their absolute best interest at heart. So when I'm a nurse and when I go in, I don't care how bad or how shitty of a day I'm having, my patients have my everything. Even if they're difficult, you have my everything. Like, when I'm your nurse, you can rest, you can relax, I got you. I will never do anything to hurt you. I will never, ever do anything to hurt you. I don't even care if I'm giving you something like Tylenol. This is Tylenol. This is how much it is. This is what it's for. I know it may look a little different from what you got at home, but I promise you, this is what it is. This is the packet. You can read it. You can take a picture of it. All of that. I want you to feel safe. I want you to feel empowered. And I want you to feel autonomous. Like, I want you to feel like you can make decisions for you because I'm keeping you informed about everything. And if a provider is trying to make me feel like I need to do something that I don't feel is right for the patient because they want to go off and do something else, or they got a date, or they want to watch a movie or watch a football game or whatever, I'm not going to do that. When you're at work, it's time to work. When you're off, you can watch a game and go on a date and do whatever. But when we're at work and we're dealing with lives, in the case of labor delivery, 2 lives in 1, multiple lives in one, I'm not playing that, right? And so it blew up into this whole thing, fingers being pointed in my face, screaming, hollering, yelling. It gets escalated to legal. Come to find out, I did everything I was supposed to do. I did the exact right thing. And so now it's like, okay, Jay, well, I'm sorry that, yelled in your face and I pointed my finger, like, oh, sorry, like, you were right, you shouldn't have done X, Y, and Z. If you're a nurse, please feel empowered to use your nurse judgment. Always, in every situation across the board, always feel empowered to use your nurse judgment, okay? Always. I will always protect my patients. Always, 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 always. Anyway, that. Now, whenever I put my 4-week notice in, because this is about friends. This isn't even about the job. I mean, it is, but it's not. This is about the friends, the alleged friends. I was like, hey, to the person that was a part of the trio, Betty. I was like, hey, Betty, like, I haven't seen you in a little while. Like, what you're doing, what you've been up to. Like, we need to enjoy each other, like, while we still work together. And they were like, so I'm looking at Nari, looking at me, and I'm like, fuck wrong what? Like, what? So I was like, oh, okay, weird. So me and I go off and, we talk, and then we come back. We're like, hey, Betty, what you doing? And they're like, I'm too tired to talk to you. Me and I were like, oh, okay. So we leave. Somebody else comes up, and they're like, hey, Betty, like, what's going on? And Betty just, so me and I looking at each other again, like, I thought they said they didn't want to talk. Okay. And so, like, things like that just kept happening. And me and I were just like, we're not going to beg nobody to be our friend. Like, you either do or you don't. You do or you don't. You do or you don't. You do or you don't. Like, which one? Which one? So we're just like, okay, whatever. Like, if they want to ignore us, and this went on for days. This went on for weeks. We were like, okay, if they just want to ignore us, like, fine. Like, whatever. And so we were just like, okay, like, we're just going to talk to each other and, like, talk to everybody else. But, like, we're not going to go out of our way to talk to this person. So then I found out. It's told to me that, like, Betty and their other friend are going around talking shit. Now, mind you, Betty and, we'll call this Frank. Betty and Frank have both been in our house. We were very, very involved in Betty and Frank's life, in their kids' lives, showed up for birthday parties and breakfasts and dinners and watching the kids and babysitting the kids and painting the bedrooms and decorating and 4th of July and taking pictures and all of that we were involved in. Me and Justin and Maya. Like, we over there playing fake telephone, we playing cooking show, we painting together, we coloring together, we putting up little decorations in their bedroom. All of that for years. Come find out, they talking shit about me and I, saying, oh, we're not good friends, and Betty been trying to talk to us, and me and I just ignore them. Like, no, tell them why we're ignoring you. If you're gonna tell the story, you don't need to tell the whole story. Tell them why we're ignoring you. We're ignoring you because we tried to talk to you over and over and over again, but you only want to be our friend when your main friend isn't there. And we're not gonna be your second choice. Like, you're either our friend like a normal person or you're not. You either are or you are not. It's not that fucking hard. Anyway, sorry, I'm trying not to get too upset. But it was like, you're going around slandering not only Nia's name, but like also mine, like saying that we're not good friends when we have only ever been good friends to you. And I know that you were like, oh, bitch, whenever you start saying things like, oh, Jay's a bad friend, you done automatically lost me. You done automatically lost me. That's just like saying, oh, like, she's not smart, incorrect. Oh, Jay's not cute, incorrect. Incorrect. Like, all of this is wrong. So when you start saying stupid shit like, oh, like, Jay's not a good friend, she's never shows up, she never does this, all I do is show up. All I do is be a good friend. And I understand that, like, friendships are not transactional. I completely get that. But, like, I have gone out of my way for this person so many times, showed up for this person so many times. So the fact that you would turn around the first chance you get and you bring your mouth about me to somebody else is fucking crazy. It's crazy. To me, honestly, that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, saying that I'm a bad friend just because I'm leaving and I don't want to work in a toxic work environment anymore is sick. And in the beginning, they were like, oh yeah, like Betty used to be friends with this person. And whenever Betty was friends with this person, their whole personality changed and they were like a completely different person. And I was like, no, not Betty. Like, Betty would never do that. But now that Betty got real close with Frank because of, life circumstances and everything else, Betty and Frank got real close. And Betty's starting to act exactly like Frank. And Frank is one of the people that you have to be like, when the new people come, like, oh, like, this is Frank. Like, they have a little bit of an attitude, but it's okay. in the beginning, I'll be like, yeah, like this person is, you know, they are the way they are. Don't make excuses for people like that. It's not okay to be a bitch. I mean, sometimes it is, but in situations like this, it's not. Okay? Like, we shouldn't be having to make an excuse for you because you think that it's cool to be mean to people. Right? And like, oh, I'm not mean. Oh, I'm not mean. Actually, yeah, you are. Actually, no, you actually are. You actually are. And the fact that I let that slide for as long as I did is honestly unacceptable. Truly. Truly. So whatever, now Betty's starting to act just like Frank, nose in the air, thinking they're better than everybody else, and yada yada yada, like can't be bothered to talk to me and Naya because me and Naya don't have kids and blah blah blah. And also, like, just because I have kids doesn't mean that I don't understand how hard it is to be a parent. And it's like, I'm more than happy to talk to you about your kids. I'm more than happy for you to send me snaps about your kids and what they're doing and blah 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 blah. But I want you to talk about something other than your kids sometimes. Just like nobody want to hear me talk about Justin and be my man all the time. Tell me about you. Tell me about what you have going on. And there was even a night where I was trying to like diffuse the situation of like them always talking about their kids and changing me and Naya and their conversations to just somehow always end up being about the kids. I was like, you know what? Tell me something about you that doesn't have anything to do with you being a nurse, anything to do with your family life, just about you and things that you like to do. And they're like, I don't know. And I'm like, you like to draw, you like to crochet, like, come on, you can do it. And they're like, I mean, I don't know. So I was like, okay, well, I'm literally trying, and you're not giving me anything. So I was like, okay, now you go. And so now I was like, I like to stream, and I like to shop, and I like to like watch some show. I forgot what she said. She's like, I like to go out, and I like to go online. And like, you know, Naya was saying things that doesn't have anything to do with her being a nurse. And you know, we went around and we learned things about everybody, but like, Betty just was not looking into it, like, at all. And it was just like, it's really frustrating to have a friend that like never asks about you and only ever wants to talk about them and your life in relation to them. It is very difficult to do that. So yeah, I was just really upset. And so on the last night that I worked, they were there. Betty and Frank were there. They had plenty of opportunity to come to me and say like, hey Jay, like I was talking to you about you behind your back. And, you know, I said this and that. Like, I know that this is your last night. Like, I don't want to end on bad terms, whatever. They had the opportunity to apologize and they did not. So when I got off work, I blocked Betty. I blocked Frank. I blocked Betty on TikTok, on Instagram, on Snapchat, on NurseGrid. I blocked their entire family. And then Frank, I blocked them on Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook, and blocked their number. Yes, I will block your whole family because I don't ever want you to try to be like, oh, like afterwards, like I sent Jay this message and like I tried to make it better. No. If you're gonna talk shit about me behind my back, you're gonna apologize to my face. You're not gonna sit behind the screen and say you're sorry from there. No, you're gonna apologize and you're gonna apologize to my face. You don't get the chance to redeem yourself after the fact. So now you have to sit with the fact that you were a piece of shit to me when I was a good friend to you. There we are, case closed. You can't even send me a damn email. Yeah. I blocked your whole family. Yes, I did. Why, yes, I did block your whole family. Yes, I did. Why, yes. Like, somebody calling me a bad friend is like calling me a slur. Like, because, and it's just the fact that it's not true. And there's so much more to that story that I could tell, but I'm not even going to go into it. But like, calling me a bad friend is effing crazy because I'm leaving to go to a new job. All of a sudden I'm a bad friend and I've always been a bad person. Insanity. But I'm moving on to a new job. I'm moving on to a new life. Naya, Haley, Zaria, Jalea, BG, Terrika, y'all, oh my god, literally this week I think was Girl Tech Week. Everybody take a shot right now for Terrika. Yes, Terrika! All of my girls, I still love them with my whole heart and I will do anything for them. I really would. And so I'm grateful to have just like really good, strong friends in my corner. But y'all, next week we start a new job. Everything is looking up. I'm really excited. I'm really nervous. I'm nervous and I'm equally excited. So yeah, I will see y'all in the next vlog. Be kind to yourselves, be kind to others. I love you so much and I'll see you next week.